don't want to go solo, solo. Nobody can take me away from you, God. No matter what I do, see, I know by your grace that one day I will reign with you. And that's why I'm singing. Hey guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are just spending some time with you. Let's see if we have everything on. If anything is coming up, we just want to welcome everyone for this speaker ride. We want to welcome you. We want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. I feel like you're my everything, you're mine, nobody else, God. You're mine. Hey. Just to have you, Jesus. Say you're mine, oh God. You're mine. All right, Speaker Right family, we just want to welcome you as you come in today. It is T minus 2 days from Speak and Write Encore.
Has it been that long?
Yes, well, at the end of this day will be 2 days.
Okay.
So today we just wanted to check in with you, just to celebrate with you, many of you. Hey September, welcome, welcome.
Hi, September.
If you are having this feed, just share this feed to some of your friends.
I'm trying to share it right now.
Let them know that we are going to talk about thinking smart. All right, this is going to be a really short live stream. We just want to share with you, to connect with you. I know many of you are probably just coming off your plane, or you are a little jet lagged, or you're now about to get into the mundane day-to-day experiences. But we want to remind you that you are a unicorn, you are special, you are unique, you are needed, you are a part of a tribe, you are wanted, you are accepted, and we just want to remind you of that as you begin to walk in some of those normative spaces that you are called to bring healthy disruption, to disrupt the market in walking out your God-given potential and your assignment. So we want to welcome you. We want to celebrate with you. We want to say that we love you. We want to say that we had an awesome time. How many of you had an awesome time? Live streamers,
Tina,
you guys had an awesome
welcome.
time. Hey Tina, we know so many of you had such an awesome time just sharing, taking charge of your future, looking forward into 2020, and then just positioning yourself to be a part of something special. So as usual, as our custom,
yes,
we like to celebrate. We like to celebrate action takers. We like to celebrate people who have decided just to move forward in their breathtaking future.
Yes.
So,
hi, Shamia. I think that's pronounced it correctly.
Yes,
welcome.
hi Shamia. So we want to celebrate persons who have just decided, hey, I'm unafraid, unapologetic. I'm not going to dim my light. I'm not going to be afraid of what other people think about me. I know that my time in this earth is very, very, it is very prescribed, and I can't play with the time that I have. So we want to celebrate. I want to celebrate Candice, for taking action in writing her story. I want to celebrate Dr. Antoine
Chevalier.
Yes, I want to celebrate Esther. Esther Graham. I want to celebrate
Grace Vandercruz. Yes, those of you who had an opportunity to actually see her testimony on stage, it was phenomenal. Just all of what she has overcome to get to who she is today, and you will read about some of that stuff in her upcoming book.
Definitely. So we are just celebrating with you, and we want to take the time. Thank you so much, Tina. Hello to you both. Great to see you both this weekend. It was such an honor to see you as well. Ryan, welcome, welcome, welcome. So as I said, today's live stream is to share with you some SMART goals, to share with you what's next. We've had an awesome time in Speak and Write. We've had a wonderful time. What was one of your biggest takeaway from this Speak and Write Encore, Chantal?
That the world is literally waiting on not the person who you were yesterday, but the person that you are committed to being today. And also using the strategies that we learned on the last day for our breakthrough. In order for you to change the person that into the person that you want to be, you have to not only affirm it continuously, but also have people around you like the earth angels to reaffirm that person that you desire to be as well. So those are my two takeaways.
My takeaway was just the importance of being in a space and having the type of mentorship that is necessary, that's essential, that is tied to your destiny. Encore was just a celebration of our entire 20-year journey. Lisa Nichols, she has been an amazing, phenomenal person. Not that she's perfect, not that she has everything figured, not that she knows everything, but she has just made a decision not to quit and not to give
That's
up.
right.
And I think that is just so powerful. So Encore for me was just a reminder of the importance of having mentors. She has always been such a powerful speaker, a powerful friend to us, a mentor in the background, just cheering us on, giving us the guidance that we need as a coach. This is just a snapshot of her, who she's always just there rocking with us, supporting us, pouring
herself, yes.
herself out. So for me, Encore just reminds me of the essential of mentorship, the power of mentorship, and the power of team. So, guys, I want you to not forget that. And the reason why we are here today, we really want to celebrate with you and to take you through the importance of what's next. What's your next?
What's your next, Regina?
You know?
Ryan, what is your next? I'm so happy that both of you have already begun to take action, as well as you, September, and set up your clarity calls with us so that we can talk about your next book. And there may be some of you, though, who have another next that you're interested in
That's right.
discussing. Either way, this SMART formula will work for you.
Definitely. So put in the comments below, what is your next? For those of you who are looking at this replay, put it below, because you're probably going to help somebody in brainstorming and formalizing their forward movement strategy. As Chantal said, your next might be writing a book. Your next might be, okay, how do I design my logo? Now I have clarity on what my mission is. What's your next? Put in the comments below, what is your next? For me, my next, has been a reminder, and not more so a reminder. My next has been thinking about how do I build not just a business that is strategic, but being willing to become very, very inconvenient for a short period of time, so that I would live the rest of my life in my goals and in my dreams.
Yes.
I think that's what my next is. So it may sound esoterical, but for those of you who run a business, sometimes your market always tells you they are the expert, and so many people have said or spoken so many things into our business, into our writing, into our marketing strategy. There were specific areas we just didn't want to deal with per se, but people have just been saying, hey, hello, I need support in this area. Hello, I need support in that area. Hello, I need you to take me to that next stage. And it may have been inconvenient, but we get to realize we are servants, and the market is the expert. I am not the expert. And I think my next is just accepting that when the market speaks, you must be able to respond. And as a healthy business owner, you are chief servant. So that for me is my next. What do you think is your next?
My next is being similar to you, being comfortable, being uncomfortable. One thing that you may look at and realize is that I don't have my hair on today. So that is one of the things that I'm learning to live with, is being uncomfortable, being comfortable. No, being comfortable, being uncomfortable. And one of the things that I wasn't comfortable with for a long time was my natural hair. But that's one of the things that I'm embracing. So I hope you guys like it. Even if you don't, that's okay.
And I think my final next would be just being constantly reminded of my why. We have been in this journey because of these two beautiful, beautiful angels that have been shared with us. That's our son, Princeton. He's 2 years old. And, he's been definitely a true reminder of why we've named our company the Legacy Project. We don't want to just leave a legacy, but we want to live a legacy, and we want our children to see that you don't have to be caught between false choices. You can walk out your greatest God-given potential. And this beautiful young lady here,
she's cute. And that picture, I literally looked at her probably like 10 minutes before. But yes, Genesis is also a reminder to us about creation. Her name is taken from the Bible, the book of Genesis, where in the beginning God created. And it reminds us that each of us are creators. And I want to know from you, Regina, I want to know from you, Tasi, what are you committed to create? Are you committed to creating your keynote speech after the conference? Are you committed to reshaping your business in such a way that you can make money while you sleep because you're serving people on demand? Are you willing to create a life that is barely recognizable? What is it that you're willing to create? Because that, what you decide, is going to propel you to lose a couple hours of sleep. It's going to propel you even when you feel afraid. That thing that you're committed to creating is going to get you out of bed at night and implement your why.
That's right. September said, keep moving. I'm going to get my book done. Come on, let's clap it up for September.
Yes.
I need to get my clappers. Then we have Carrie Crosby. She said, my next is creating my life in my house, to spend the time working on the programs I purchased this weekend. Okay, that's important. That's critical. So she's saying, hey, I want to focus on working in the programs that I have committed to. I also want to do structure as well as prioritize my to-dos. And she says, Chantel, your hair is beautiful.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
So it's important to stay committed to that. Let's see who else. Tina Boone says, you're beautiful inside out. You look stunning.
Aww.
And then Tina Boone is cheering on September here as well. All right. So we've decided now that we know it's important to create the type of life that we want to create. And also, we want to ensure that you are in that place of powerful creativity. You are in that place where you are certain what is your next. So here's how you set up what's your next. Let's focus on your SMART goals. What is SMART? SMART goals means one. S means specific.
You got to be specific about what you want to do. Once you are specific, then you can build out a roadmap to help you get there. So if you are specific that you want to be a speaker, well, there are many roads that'll get you to becoming a great speaker. One is writing your book. Another is identifying what conferences are taking place next year and pitching yourself for those events. So be specific about your goals so that you can know what road will get you there.
For me, being very specific to spend more fun time with my wife. You know, as a husband, as a father, as a pastor, as a leader, as a board member, in so many different hats, I know that when I came back home from Speaking Right, we made a decision, okay, let's increase our fun time, let's increase our interactive time. So that's a very specific goal, all right? So I encourage you, get specific on what your goals are. Very, very specific, not general. Be very, very laser focused. Secondly, not only being specific, the next letter is S, M, which is measurable.
Yes.
SMART goals are measurable. You must set a measuring stick of how do I know I've hit that goal. And in breaking up that goal, my mentor and coach, Lisa, always...
Me? Oh, sorry.
she always puts up, there are two areas for measuring your goals. It must be in terms of there's a number. It must be very... measurable, so it might be measured in number. Okay, I need to contact. Many of you have contact cards, all right? A lot of people, you got your connect cards from persons. How many persons am I going to follow up with per day? Let it be measurable, and measure that in such a way where there is a must goal, where at the end of the day, I must. Come with me. I'm not going to bed until I contact X amount of persons. And there is your main goal, which is your aspirational goal. So I may want to contact 30 persons, but my must goal before I go to bed might be 20. So let it be measurable. Measurable.
That's right. And then the third letter is A. It has to be attainable as well. We sometimes go into overwhelm, and I'm guilty of it as well, with trying to do the most and not having the most time. And not really knowing what to focus on as my priority, going back to number one, be specific. So in order for you to eliminate overwhelm, set a goal that's attainable, right? If your goal is to make the phone calls. Don't say I'm going to make 100 phone calls before I go to bed tonight, because that's not attainable. Set a goal that is so attainable that you can do it consistently and you can continue to reach your mark.
That's right. That's where people become disappointed. And when you become disappointed, you tell yourself, hey, I don't think this is for me, because you're not setting goals that are attainable. All right. So S stands for what? Smart. M stands for what?
Measurable.
A is
attainable
or achievable. R is realistic. Set realistic goals. All right. In our company, as publishers, we do end-to-end publishing with our clients. And end-to-end publishing means we're a one-stop shop. You get your website design, you get your book cover, you get editing, you get strategic advice of building that book into a business. However, because we do deep diving consultation with our clients, and our promises speed and excellence, so you can get your book done between 30 to 90 days, we have set a goal that is realistic. We only work with a specific small amount of clients per quarter. So as a company, we don't experience the type of breakdown, the frustration, quality control issues, because we must be realistic as an organization. Likewise, for you, you want to set goals that are realistic. You don't want to experience breakdown. As we always say to our project management team, always under promise and over deliver.
That's right.
And when you over deliver, clients are not just in love with you, but there's such an integrity that not only you get repeat customers, but you get committed clients. All right.
And you get referrals too.
Yeah. And then
finally, we have T.
And T means
time bound.
It must be time bound.
Your goals are not real unless you set a time associated with them. So, for example, when we decide on launch dates for our books, we want it to be associated with a date on the calendar, because if not, then clients tend to just be kind of slack on their deliverables.
Let's be real. Many of you have been trying to start your book, write your book,
right,
launch your business, do that digital course, do all sorts of things. And when we ask you how long you've been working on your book, I've been pregnant with a book for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I'm like, man. So one of the key things that is essential is that we create a sense of high accountability.
And we ask, when is your birthday, right? Because you're giving birth to your book.
That's right. So we ask you, when is your lifeline, not your deadline. Your lifeline is when your dream is going to come alive. And when we place that time-specific goal, we coach you through that process. So whatever timeline you are setting, let it be not just smart in terms of specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, but let it be time-bound. Specify the day, which is the date, if it's a Wednesday, the 12th of January,
that's
what
right,
year, and the time, and not just a time, what time zone. All right. If you're in Central Standard Time, Eastern Time, Mountain Standard Time, be very, very specific and work towards that. And let that time specific goal, it may not be the end of that project, but it may be a piece of that entire goal. All right, so break those goals up into small areas and let it be something that you can truly work towards. So guys, we just wanted to share that with you today.
Yes, we really hope that the SMART goal system will help you. If you implement it, we know it will. And we just want to make sure that you remember to set a time, the letter T, a time on our calendar to get clarity on your next. Whether it is setting up your digital course or launching your speaking tour. If it's writing your book, we are here to help you. So you'll see the link below in the comments where you can actually set a clarity call with us and speak to us about your next, so that we can get clear with you.
Definitely, guys. And one quick tip as we go, I want to challenge everyone. Lisa Nichols and Motivating the Masses team has provided a powerful space for us to connect, and many of you have so many connection cards. I want you to do like what my son was doing. He was following up. The fortune is in the follow-up. You have so many cards with you, and the person who given that to you might be your next prayer partner, might be your next JV partner, your accountability partner, your prayer warrior, your BFF, whoever that person is. We
may
want
even
to
be your husband. I met Imwale at a conference. Not saying
Mm.
y'all need to be going and asking you, hey, you single? Can we talk?
Because
But you never know.
I know Lisa said you've just been cracked open. And that person you've met don't think you're falling in love. Let that time heal. Let there be space. Alright? Okay, so I want you to follow up. Fortune is in the follow up. There's a fortune of friendships, powerful relationships, networks, synergies, future clients, business leaders, prayer warriors. We want to encourage you to do that. All right, follow up with us. Let's have that conversation. Let's talk about your next. We may be that person to serve you in that space of giving birth to your powerful message and your next international best-selling book, or we may be that person to lead you to someone where you have a specific need, whatever that need is. We've been on the campus for some time. We've been students, we've been volunteers, the front stage to the backstage, and we'll be able just to connect you with some persons who will be able to support you. So guys, my wife here, she's like, we need to go because
Yes.
we have to go pick up our babies
Yes, we haven't
from
seen
daycare
them.
since we've come back.
Yes.
So we're excited to share this with you, but we're also excited to see our children.
I'm so antsy right now. You should see my feet is going like.
So she's like a duck on top and calm on top feet. So guys, take care. Remember, we love you, and there is nothing you can do about it. Take care, guys.